reputed for allying with your father during the Mage Wars. The Iskander lands have since fallen into anarchy. On your journey, you've met many travelers, sunken-cheeked figures who've told you stories about having lost their homes to bannerless soldiers and bandits. They have also told you something else, that a once deserted village has come back into bloom, offering refuge to those without shelter. Fallen's Hope.
Well then, I think this should be it.
A chunk of rocks.
At the risk of blowing your mind, the most prominent feature of a hidden entrance usually is that it's hidden. We just need to find a way to open it. Alright, let's try this. Zaran Yege Yanor!
Brace yourselves.
Maybe you mispronounced the words.
Look, there might be a great many things you can do that I can't, but reading a text from a piece of paper isn't among them. I'm not stupid.
Well, but you did say you're not exactly an expert on Shaper language. Let us have a try.
Fine, whatever. Go ahead.
Zaran Nayeg Yanor.
You did it. By Nihal, you did it! We opened the door to the lost city!
Impressive.
Yes, impressive. For millennia, no one has ever opened that door.
A shapeshifter. I'm guessing you're here to avenge your brethren?
No. I'm simply intrigued by what you just did. To build an army from pitchfork-wielding villagers and destroy the Khal of an orc tribe is one thing. But to open that door, that's an entirely different story. Look, I know this might sound odd from orc to human, but I might need someone with your skills. So, if you're interested, meet me at the foot of Barga Gore. I think we could help each other.
Hang on. Why would you want to help me after I killed your brethren?
They weren't my brethren. These orcs you killed were ash reavers. I'm a fire wielder, and they had it coming to them. Invading human territory was just foolish. I have no sympathy for them. Either way, consider my offer.
Well, that was strange.
We'll think on this later.
Think on this? So you're actually considering his offer?
Maybe. The mayor wasn't so wrong about the fact that we might need allies. Now let's go in, shall we?
Sure. Lead the way.
We should get moving.
Just give the word.
Yes?
What do we need?
Though your legs ache and your stomach burns with hunger, you cannot help but feel a vague sense of anticipation as you descend into the black tunnels. For the first time in a very long time, you feel as if you have direction, purpose. You're pulled from your thoughts as you see shadows dancing on the walls up ahead in the tunnel. A fire.
Ugh. Is it just me, or does it smell rotten in here?
I'm afraid you're right. Even though the more pressing question should be, why are there lit candles in a place that hasn't been open for millennia?
But are you certain that this is the path to Mullendeer?
Absolutely. Something lives down here. The only question is, what?
I guess we'll find out. Yes?
Will do.
You got it.
What? Strange creatures. Run!
Let's see. By the... Oh! I suppose we found the source of that smell.
Indeed. But who or what in the world did this?
Something you need?
Got it.
Blazes. What is that thing?
Looks like a golem to me. Maybe the Shapers created it?
Huh.
Understood.
All right, why not?
Strange creatures.
That way?
Yes?
Fair enough.
Danger up ahead!
Yes.
More fighting. Does this never end?
All right, here goes nothing.
Help! I'll keep you shielded!
Uh-huh. I need help over here. Get ready.
Yes?
Corporal?
Yes?
We should get moving.
So, what's the plan?
Speak the words.
Is that my imagination? Or did that thing just talk to me?
I'm afraid so.
You err. Speak the words.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Human. Huh. So we aren't the first to enter these tunnels.
But he's mummified. He might have been here for thousands of years.
Hibernian, maybe. It's hard to tell, but that might be tattoos on his forehead.
Will do.
Sounds like a plan.
Huh. Intriguing.
Sure.
Sure.
Am I the only one who just saw that?
I'm afraid not. Must have been another goblin.
Yeah, and a pretty damn big one.
Huh?
Looks pretty narrow. I don't think we'll fit through there. Though maybe... Wait, do you hear that? Grunting. Maybe the goblin built a workshop behind that wall.
Maybe we could lure it out by throwing some meat at it? Macabre, I know, but if it gets the job done... Let me see.
Good. We best get some cover now. Let's see if this works.
Ugly bad meat. Bad meat.
Yes?
They will fall.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell fresh meat. Eat you! I will eat you!
Help! Please!
That's the way.
It's over.
Huh? Blast it up.
Cry right. God King too strong. God King too cruel.
He took mother, he took son. God King will eat until we all dead. No. You not understand. God King need flesh, so God King can use power. And only power can protect from the dark beyond. Lie! All lies! You weak cowards, all of you! You... Wait, you smell?
Here we go.
Decide. Now.
Interesting. Now would you look at that? Interesting.
Huh? This way, right?
You got it.
Got it.
Fine.
Yes?
More fighting. Does this never end? All right.
Regret this.
Danger up ahead.
No, stop! What is meaning of this? Why you killing God King Scions? You. Ugh. You smell unclean. Filthy. Strange creatures you are. Where come from? Who are?
Do you live down here?
Down here? God King does not understand. There is only here. Here and the dark beyond.
The dark beyond?
Yes! Big city. Dark and cold. City of old gods. Evil place. Deadly place. God King protects Scions from evil in dark beyond.
Wait a moment. You and your people, you've always been living in these tunnels.
Of course! Where else would God King's people live? Dark beyond is death.
Huh. His ancestors must have found a secret entrance into these caves centuries ago. That's the only logical explanation.
All right. Time to tell us what in blazes happened here. Why are there goblin corpses everywhere?
God King will explain. God King will explain everything. God King is good person, protects people from the great evil in dark beyond. But to protect, God King needs power. And for power, needs scion flesh. Flesh is power. Raw and strong.
Wait a moment. Did you just say that you eat your own people?
To protect! To protect from Dark Beyond! God King has to. If not, he will lose power.
So, what do you protect your people from? Monsters?
From horror, from pain. But strange flesh people would not understand. Strange flesh people have not seen it.
Seen what?
Horrors! Unspeakable evil, mist and fangs and darkness bred from Lost City. 14th day, it comes and takes scions, children, men, women, eats them, slaughters them. And only power can drive it back. And for power, God King needs flesh. Sad, sad cycle of pain.
Maybe he's talking about a spectral abomination, a kind of ghost. I've read about these in some writings on Shape of Ruins.
Or maybe he's just plain bonkers. I guess we won't be around long enough to find out.
What's a bonkers? God King does not like to be talked about like that.
What is this power you're talking about?
Magic! Old magic. Learned from great-great-great-grandfather. Old God King. But to use, God King needs flesh. Fresh flesh of scion on 13th day.
He might be talking about a primitive form of necromancy.
And it requires him to eat his people to use it.
Who knows? We all know how fond these priests of Nor are of their shady rituals.
Whatever. I'm more interested in this Dark Beyond.
Dark Beyond? But why?
We call it Mullendeer, and we are here to find it.
But you will die.
We don't have much of a choice. Can you help us get past this gate?
God King does not like, but God King understands. Yes, he will help, but you will help God King first.
What do you want?
It's simple. Group of treacherous scions tried to steal my throne. You kill scions for God King. Bring him their flesh as proof. God King shows you way through door. Understood? God King will be here.
Were these rebels a small group in the southern parts of the caves? I think I killed them already.
You did? Show him. Show God King their flesh.
Sure. Here.
Yes, yes. Strange flesh people speak truth. It's them. You honest. You loyal. God King will answer your questions.
Let's see.
Let's see. Huh. Intriguing.
Yes? What do strange flesh people want?
Tell me more about that power. What is it?
Magic! Old magic. Learned from great-great-great-grandfather. Old God King. But do you...
And it requires him to...
Who knows? We all know how fond these priests of Nor are of their shady rituals.
We found a mummified corpse in the tunnels. It looked like a mage. Would you have anything to do with that?
Mage? God King not understand. Even if God King don't eat human flesh. Flesh smells strange. Like yours.
Well, but the body was there and an arm was missing. It looked as if it had been chewed off.
Chewed off. But, oh, of course. God King's brother. He found corpse in lake. tasted, did not like, threw away. Yes, that must be it. God King speaks truth.
You have a brother?
Brother in blood, yes, but not brother in soul. Brother, vile creature. Brutal, lives in holes and eats scions, not for power, but for joy.
Anyway, it's time for you to keep your end of the bargain. How do we get through this door? What are the words?
Are strange flesh people certain? They will die.
Please, just tell us the words.
God King understands. The words are... Kwalan Zugar Uge. Speak words to stone men, and door will open.
Shaper language.
I think we'll be off now. Farewell.
Huh?
All right, why not?
Speak the words.
Kwalan Zagar Uge.
You may pass.
It worked. Huh.
Let's find out what he was guarding, shall we?
Will do.
Nihal's hammer. This is beautiful.
I won't argue with that.
Understood. Do you feel that? Wind. We're getting close to the exit.
I'll take a look.
Many tales have been told about Mulandir, the lost city of the Shapers. While some scholars go so far as to doubt its very existence, others claim that it was a utopia, an unconquerable city in a valley of never-ending summer. However, they all agree on one thing. Whoever finds it will go down in history.
By Nihalf, we found it. This is amazing.
I agree.
Now, where could we find clues about the Bloodburn? Iskram?
Huh? Did you say something?
I said, where should we start searching for clues? We need to find out more about the song.
The song. Yes, of course. Do you think we could rest for a moment first, though? I'd like to take some sketches of this place.
Well, how about we go back to Everlight and get some charcoal first? It's not as if we're in a hurry.
You're mean.
All right. I guess you have a point. The only problem is, deciphering the Shaper tongue isn't an easy task. We can't just walk in here and expect to find the answers we're looking for.
Then what do you suggest?
I assume the Nexus would be the best place to start. The heart of the city.
The Nexus?
Long story. In short, it's every Shaper city's core. It's where they drew the energy for their constructions from, where they created their devices, and where they stored their knowledge.
All right then, let's go.
Sure. Huh?
That way? Sounds like a plan.
That's the way?
Can you
I'm sorry, but we don't understand.
Quaslan. Zaladar?
Punara Yuganza. Zawayetu Kwanlar. Zanzu. Nomyan Kesnai. Zanladar?
You speak their tongue?
A bit. I've never used it in an actual conversation, though. I still can't believe this is happening. We're talking to a living shaper.
So you think this is actually the spirit of a shaper?
It's not a spirit, Tahar. This man, he's neither dead nor undead nor alive. It's almost something like an ethereal puppet string is keeping his life force in place. Not enough for him to die, yet not enough for him to be truly alive.
That's fascinating.
Well, not what I'd call it, but yeah, I guess.
So what did he say?
I don't think he was talking to us. He's not even entirely aware of our presence. I think he's gone completely insane.
Interesting.
We should kill him. Better safe than sorry.
Wait, what? Have you gone completely bonkers? This might be a living shaper, for heck's sake. We're not just gonna murder him.
Fine. Then let's just keep exploring for now.
We better. Let's go find the Nexus.
Sure.
Will do.
You got it.
Sure.
Undead. Lots of them. How did they get here?
They could be shapers, couldn't they?
Or Hibernians. Only because nobody in our era discovered Mullendeer doesn't mean they didn't. Remember that mage in the caves? We should get moving.
Just give it a word.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What's next? Got it.
Sounds like a plan. Sure.
Another ghost.
That's the way? All right, why not?
Whatever's necessary. Take them down.
Focus. All right, here goes nothing. That way? Sure.
Understood.
Niehauf's hammer. Isn't this incredible? The buildings are almost still intact.
Hard to believe nobody ever found this place before. Right in the middle of Iskander.
You got it. Sounds like a plan.
Ugh, undead.
This way, right?
All right.
Yes?
What's next?
Yes. That way? Fair enough.
Fine.
Let's do this. Get ready.
Corporal?
More fighting. Does
Yes.
this never end?
They will fall.
Huh?
Got it.
That's the way?
Now would you look at that?
You got it.
Sure.
Blasted armor.
There, another ghost.
Huh? Ah, yeah. Do you see that overgrown building? That's the Nexus. Niehaus hammer. It looks just like on the stone carvings.
Seems to be protected by some kind of barrier, though. How do we get past?
Excellent question. I doubt we can banish that barrier by force. Maybe... Huh, yeah. The ghost. He might know something.
Worth a try, I suppose. Let's head back.
Sure.
Why not?
Fair enough.
Danger up
Let's
ahead.
do this.
This place is a bloody graveyard.
Here we go. So, what's the plan?
Yes?
Fine.
Yes.
Is this really necessary?
Just give the word.
You read my mind.
All right, here goes nothing.
That's the way?
Sounds like a plan.
Interesting.
Punara Yuganza. Zawa yetu kwanlar. Zanzuvu mijar. Zanladar. Zanzuvu mijar.
Well then. Iskram, can you ask him about the barrier?
Yes. Vorzan Devlar. Zawa Yetu Zvan Yaras?
Kwa?
Van Drax. Verzan Devlar.
Punara Yuganza. Zawa yetu kanlar. Zanzvu Namyan Kesnai. Devlar.
Oh, I see.
So?
It's complicated, but I think I understand now. He's part of a defense mechanism, so to speak. His soul is bound to the city in order to protect it. I think he wants to be freed.
Does he know how the Shapers died? That's one of the greatest mysteries on Io.
I asked him that, but he didn't react. I think he knows, but his mind isn't able to process my question. It's sad. There's the source of Shaper knowledge, yet we cannot access it anymore.
Source of knowledge. That's a person you're talking to. Or was one. You know that, right?
I do. Doesn't make his existence less phenomenal.
If he's here to protect, why didn't he attack us?
Good question. Maybe the magic that controls him got weaker with the centuries.
And if we free him, will that banish the barrier?
Well, the problem is he's not alone. There are still 3 more of his kind here in Mullendeer, and unless we free them all, it won't get us any closer to the Nexus.
Then we need to find them all. How do we free them?
Well, that's the thing. I might have misunderstood, but I think we need to fight and, well, kill him. It's the only way. Blazes, this is so ironic. Here we are, the first sentient beings to walk this city in millennia, and now...
Well, if we want to enter the Nexus, I doubt we have a choice. Also, they don't exactly seem too happy here. I know I wouldn't if I'd been roaming a deserted city as living dead for millennia.
I know. It's what they want.
I'm sorry.
Zalam Kar!
Whatever's necessary.
Huh. Interesting.
What the? Something revived him!
The Godstone! Imprint our rune on the Godstone. That might sever the connection. Huh, a shard. Wait. Tahar, that rune Lacane gave you, could you show it to me?
Sure.
Fascinating. They look alike.
How is that possible?
Good question. I suggest we take a closer look at it later in the Nexus. Now come. I'd like to get this pointless butchering over with as soon as possible.
That way?
I'll keep you shielded.
Will do. Understood.
You got it.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Ask for this.
Don't move!
Let's see. This way, right? Blasted armor.
Get ready.
Fine.
Yes?
Huh? Huh?
More fighting. Does this never end?
Would you look at that? It worked.
I was half expecting the city to blow up in our faces.
Now, wait. Do you hear that?
Nihav's hammer.
Yes.
What do we need?
Corporal?
Danger up ahead!
You read my mind.
Uh-huh.
Tiara's breath. What in blazes was that?
A Steel Guardian, it must have been. They are one of the many creatures the Shapers created to keep their cities safe.
Yeah, a giant walking armor with a bloody spiked club sure helped to ease their citizens' minds.
Well, it's dead now, and the path is clear. Let's find out what's behind that door.
Nexus or not, there's definitely an impressive energy radiating from behind that door. Kind of unsettling, to be honest. So, Tahar, do you want to go in?
Yes, just stay wary. We have no idea what to expect.
The stone doors fall shut behind you as you step through the overgrown arch, and you are met by an almost eerie silence. Yet you immediately feel a presence, a power long forgotten, waiting for someone or something to wake it from its slumber. The Nexus must be nearby.
Incredible. So this is the Nexus?
The upper levels. We'll need to go further down to find the heart. Come.